Lol. I just collab that. Yeah, sick. Oh! Alright, here we are. Valorant 1.0 just went live. Valorant is now fully launched. Hope you're all having a good day. Hope you're staying safe out there. I just wanted to go over all the changes to Valorant. Just specifically, I guess, the patch notes for this video. And tell you about, you know, there's a new map, new agents, and some of the changes that were made to the existing characters that we saw during the beta. So here we go. Valorant patch notes 1.0. You're reading this, it's too late. Valorant is launching. What's new? Reyna? I think it's Reyna. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure, to be honest. Reyna is the latest agent to join Valorant straight from the heart of Mexico. Ascent, an open playground for small wars of position and attrition, enters the map pool. So that is the new map, Ascent. Spike Rush is also a new game mode that arrives to deliver a fresh and more hectic flavor of Valorant. I haven't tried that yet, so that's going to be interesting to see. Sage, Omen, Phoenix, Raze, and Jett all received a decent share of buffs and nerfs respectively to get them ready for launch. This patch also targeted the frame rate drops some of you were getting during combat. It says the devil's in the details, but know getting performance where we want for all players is an ongoing process we hope to nail down in the next few patches. Improvements to hit registration and a rework of Split's mid choke point joins the healthy list of fixes and updates below. Good game, mad patch notes. So yeah, they changed mid for Split, so that's interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting to play too, because I haven't played it yet. It's exciting though. Made changes to Phoenix, Jett, Sage, Raze, Omen. Hit registration improved. Can't ride Viper's toxic screen supersonic wave. I saw a video of that. It was kind of crazy, to be honest. I had never seen that in any of my games. I'd never done it, but I saw it on Twitter, I think, and yeah, it was crazy. New agent, I already forgot her name, Reyna. Ascent, and Spike Rush. So, gonna get into the details of each character's buff, nerf, rework, different things they've added. So, Sage, I believe she got a pretty big nerf again. So her healing orb cooldown increased from 35 seconds to 45 seconds. They say, we like how much Sage is able to heal in a single heal, but felt she was able to use it too frequently during a round. The barrier orb segment health reduced from 1000 to 800. Her barrier orb duration reduced from 40 seconds to 30 seconds. And the friendly barrier orb walls now show on the minimap, which that's good. So players can see where their barrier orb is at. So that's nice. She did receive a another nerf, so any of you Sage players out there, just gotta work around it, I guess. She's still viable though. I mean, Sage is still there to heal, you know, she still is doing her job, and can still slow players down and stop pushes, so I think it's okay. I think it'll be okay. We have Raze. The only thing they changed was her blast pack maximum damage radius reduced to 2, or reduced from 2 to 1 meter. The blast pack has proven to be quite strong, especially when chained back to back. By reducing the inner maximum damage radius, we hope to reduce the average damage output of this ability while still keeping it powerful. So they felt the blast pack was a little too strong. Now Jett got a buff. Her cloudburst smoke duration increased from 4 to 7 seconds. They say, we feel like Jett has a strong irreplaceable value in terms of her ability to deny trades, but we think her team-oriented output is a little too low. I agree, because she's not really a team-oriented character, and that's what I don't like about her. This should give her and her team a little more time to work off of her smokes. So now her smokes may actually be viable at 7 seconds instead of 4, because her smokes were, in my opinion, just bad. Then you have Tailwind. Now it automatically breaks Cypher's trap wires after being briefly revealed. So Tailwind Force is powerful enough that Jet should easily be able to break free of any leash. This should allow her a little more freedom to make that aggressive but risky play that creates space for her team. So now she can automatically break Cypher's trap wires after being briefly revealed. So that one's kind of crazy. I'm a Cypher player, so I'm like, wow, no, she can just break them. But no, it's all good. Jet needed something. She needed something to make her a more viable character for a team, because I feel like she's just not a big team-oriented character. And that's what I don't care for. But hopefully with the smoke changes, that'll help, I guess, a little bit. I feel like, I don't know, she may need something else. She may need something more. Phoenix. Phoenix actually got some buffs too. His blaze duration got increased from 6 to 8 seconds. So that's the wall. We felt like the short wall duration combined with the long cast time and short range was forcing Phoenix to play a little too predictably around his wall. We're bumping this up to slightly give him some more time to work with. So that's good if you're a Phoenix player. Anyway, his blaze damage went from 15 every 0.25 seconds to 1 every 0.033 seconds. And his healing went from 3 every 0.25 seconds to 1 every 0.16 seconds. These are just so... these numbers. It says these damage over time, healing over time models are updated to match the recent changes to our other DOT abilities. Additionally, we've matched the damage healing values to be half as effective as Hot Hands primarily, so that the total healing output of these two abilities is at parity. We're also doing this so that Blaze doesn't become the de facto healing ability compared to Hot Hands. The Hot Hands healing 3 every 0.25 seconds to 1 every 0.08 seconds. Curveball max flash duration. Here's what I was, always thinking when I played Phoenix. And or when someone else played Phoenix against me. The flash was so short. You had to immediately be able to turn the corner to shoot your opponent, otherwise you're just dead, because the flash is gone so fast. They get flashed so fast and it wears off so fast. So they changed that from 0.8 to 1.1 seconds. Hopefully this will make his flashes more viable, because to be honest, between him and like Breach, for example, Breach's flashes are so much longer and they're nuts. They're nuts. I feel like a Breach nerf will be coming once more people play him and once more people get good with him, because his abilities are really strong. So I'm honestly surprised they haven't changed anything from him, but I think it's because he's not as popular yet. Run it back automatically reloads all weapons on respawn. That's nice, because I remember using his ult and then when I came back I would die because I wasn't reloaded. My gun wasn't ready to shoot people because I had used ammo and it didn't reload, so that's awesome that it automatically reloads your weapons once you run it back. Oh, Omen. I've played Omen a decent amount of times. They changed Omen a little bit here. His paranoia is now equipped instead of quick cast, and hit detection improved, especially at close range. It says they changed the cast paradigm to reward more proactive use of paranoia over its previous reactive use case. Enemies will receive a warning when the projectile is fired rather than being in the direct path of it. This should make it hit enemies more reliably. Dark cover. Omen now enters a phaser world where he can see through the walls to place his smokes, and pressing reload toggles between phase and normal targeting. We wanted to provide Omen with a more precise way to place his smokes, especially when verticality is at play. We've provided a toggle back to the old view mode as well to make sure we still support the quick, close-range smoke playstyle some Omen players have honed. So that one's interesting, where he can see through walls to place his smokes. That's interesting. Dark cover. Controls have been updated where Omen can now increase smoke distance with primary fire, decrease it with secondary fire, and throw smoke with the ability key. This might sound difficult control shift. This might be a difficult control shift for players who main Omen, but in the long run, and for new players, we think it's more intuitive for the distance to be controlled by one hand on the mouse by default. That's interesting. Shrouded Step. Omen can now see his teleport location on the map and receives an in-world indicator of where he's targeting when his vision of the point is obstructed. I want to help Omen understand where he is targeting his teleport, especially when he's teleporting from out of his smoke. From the shadow, Omen can now cancel his teleport while in shade form by pressing the ability key again. Omen still loses all of his ult points if he cancels. Interesting. He can cancel his teleport while in shade by pressing the ability. So if you're in the middle of your teleporting and you can see around you and you see they're sitting there waiting for you, you can cancel it, which is really nice because I've had that happen to me. I'll be trying to teleport to the other side of the map, or, you know, to flank them, or even to plant the spike, and you can see them there and you can't do anything. And if they're smart enough to where they wait, they'll kill you. So that's nice that they give you the chance to cancel it so that you're not dead, so that you're not 100% dead. I think it's cool. And it says, we want Omen to attempt plays and create fear for his opponents with his ultimate. Previously, the punishment for using the ult was almost certain death if caught by an enemy, and it pushed the ability into more niche use, allowing Omen to cancel his ult if he's in danger at the cost of his ult points will hopefully open more possibilities and value, while also pushing him to try and pick the best teleport spots possible. I think that's a good change. It says sound visualization. Says we brought in more sounds made by agents under the category of sounds that display their audio distance on the minimap via the white circle. This includes ability sounds, reloads, spike interactions, and more. Alright, now on to map updates. Introducing a new map, Ascent. Ascent is a map set in Italy that features a large open middle area that both teams can skirmish over. Mid is a playground for diverse ability use, and successfully controlling the area opens additional routes for attackers to both spike sites. As our new map for launch, Ascent will be slightly more common in our matchmaking rotation for the first few days so that you can get more opportunities to play on the map. That is good because I don't want to get stuck playing split 5 million times in a row. That happens to me too much. Split, and I hate it. So I'm glad that they added Ascent in there for decent rotation for all new players to get a chance to play it. Talking about Split, here's Split reconstructed midpoint or mid choke point. We felt like the defenders were able to effectively plug up the main choke point in mid for a large percentage of the round. The new layout hopes to alleviate this issue. These changes open up the space quite a bit and provides an additional path to get around stalling abilities on the stairs. It also gives attackers a few different angles to help siege B tower and vents. So I think we can click on these. So this is mid for Split. You can see the small little tight space for everyone to push through, that, you know, or you could easily block it with a sage wall. It's so easy to defend on this map compared with other maps. Here is new Split, new mid for Split. This looks really nice. No more full wall here. Now it's opened up here. You're able to spot, you know, if someone's sitting up here, or you can probably, I don't know how far you can jump, to be honest. Certain characters will definitely be able to get up here. I can see people will sit here, I'm sure, waiting, but it's so much more open and a lot easier for a team to be able to push than it is for them to get stuck right here and all piled up and just wrecked, basically. That's what would happen. So that's cool to see the changes to Split, because it was such a heavily defender. It was a defense map, a heavy one-sided defender map. So it's awesome to see these changes, and we'll see how it plays out and how people like it now, because I think a lot of people didn't like Split because of this. So we'll see. All right, and it says the train station maintenance crew is able to replace the burned out speaker system. A certain frog's head is now a little warmer. I honestly don't know what this is talking about. We'll move on to Haven Bind Split Ascent. It says they expanded our new system that combines map exploits to all other maps. This will eradicate anyone trying to escape the play space. Continue to fix level collision in order to enhance the smoothness of the gameplay space. Completed draw call optimizations. Also continued to block spots for Cypher spy cam that prevented counterplay as always. Huge thanks to everyone who helps us find these. It's good that they're trying to get rid of any exploits that people find and get rid of those, because those are annoying. Especially when you're playing comp and you come against that stuff. It's not fun. Says competitive mode update. Competitive mode will not be on at launch. So sad. I love competitive mode. Like, that's all I want to play. But it says, similar to our closed beta launch, our initial focus is making sure our service is stable before activating competitive matchmaking. This is also a way to give new players the same courtesy that closed beta players had to learn the game ahead of turning on competitive. We'll also make some adjustments to competitive based on remaining closed beta player feedback. Our plan is to turn on competitive a few patches into our launch. I'm excited for competitive when they do launch it, because any game that has a competitive playlist, I always go for. I love having a rank and having something to work towards and something to get better for, you know. I want to get better, so I get that high rank. So I'm excited to see add competitive. I understand why they're waiting. I just may not like it, you know. They also go over a bunch of performance updates. I'm not gonna go ahead and read all of these out, but you guys can check these out. Different combat performance, FPS for mid to high specs, FPS for low to mid specs. They're trying to really fix the FPS issues I guess people are having. I honestly didn't really have those problems, or I didn't feel like I was having those problems at all. My game always ran pretty smooth for me. I didn't really have any issues, but for those of you that have had issues with the FPS, hopefully they are resolved. Hopefully you guys see it running smoother. That's some more quality of life updates. I'm not gonna read all of these out, but I'm sure there's some good stuff in here you guys can check out. The HUD and UI, they added some VFX abilities, kill feed, ceremonies, updated spike visuals in the inventory, updated armor icons in the shop, updated character portraits, added chat message regulations so that only send one chat message is sent when multiples of the same ping or VO command are used in rapid succession. Then here's a bunch of bug fixes in the game. I'm not going to read all these out because there's a lot there's a lot of bugs that supposedly got fixed. So you guys can read through that, see if there's something that they missed and you could still chat about, or see if, you know, I don't even know all these bugs that were even in the game, to be honest. So bug fixes for the game client. They fixed some visual bugs in the settings menu, fixed a bug with windowed mode where the Valorant window would not save its location properly. Okay. That's basically it for Valorant patch notes 1.0. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do want to see more content, more Valorant content, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe. I want to try to do some more Valorant videos in the near future. I've only done one Valorant one since the beta release. I had a first playthrough video, first game video. And I'd really love to see how Valorant does here on YouTube. And I'm definitely going to be playing the game a lot, so I should put out content for it, because a lot of you like Valorant. So why not put out content? And if you did like this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. That would really help me out a lot. If you have a favorite agent, you should put that in the comments below. Tell me what your favorite, who your favorite agent is, who your main is. But always remember, play more than one agent. Help your team out. Don't just play one agent. But you can always have a favorite. There's nothing wrong with a favorite. Anyway, I hope you guys all have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next one.